Wife, 58F, heard a voice on my computer, now I'm 57M, cheating. How to make this short? I can't, I am being accused of cheating. Roughly an hour ago my wife was cooking dinner for us and we were just conversating about current life events. I got up to go to the restroom, went into our bedroom and told Amazon's Alexa to turn on the lights. I have no idea whether this is relevant, read on. 90 seconds later I re-entered the kitchen. My laptop sits on the dining room table. I use it a lot and it's kind of my office. When I came back into the kitchen she says, "Who the fuck are you talking to on your computer?" I'm baffled. She says that a female voice came from my computer saying, "We shouldn't be here right now." I honestly don't have a clue. What I have open on my computer? Discord, but I have no voice channels open and the only one I use is one particular channel for day trading, but voice is not open. Firefox. Multiple tabs. Various YouTube tabs are open but not listened to. I kind of queue them to watch, listen to throughout a day. One on the F-22 Raptor, several stock trading videos, diesel engine mechanics, political insider trading, geology, and golf. They're all still open so I don't change a thing as I type this. None of these would remotely have that phrase, "We shouldn't be here right now." Other Firefox tabs. Facebook, brokers, stock charts and several stock-related tabs, and of course, now, some searches about random voices coming from the phone or computer. None of the Google answers seem plausible to this, and I do understand tech to a relatively high degree. Or not, because I'm still baffled and have no explanation. This is a relatively new computer, and I don't have any detectable malware. While I have had YouTube channels play randomly, it's not been an issue with this new computer, and again, those open tabs wouldn't have that phrase. Extraneous factors. It's summer, our back door is open and the front windows are open. Our neighbors aren't particularly close but you can hear people outside. That's not it, but I'm trying to think of every explanation. Alexa. We obviously know her voice. She says that's not it. So I'm baffled, and now I'm cheating. She is welcome to look at my histories both on my phone and computer. I do not cheat. I am faithful and loyal. Do I ever watch porn? Yes, occasionally. I'm visual. I haven't ever paid for or joined any type of related group, nor spoken, interacted. Ever. Fucking ever, for emphasis. So, I think my marriage is now on the rocks, and I cannot find an explanation, which looks even worse. I'll now add some context. In a nutshell, we have been dealing with close relatives that are in the middle of a cheating battle. It's awful and has very directly affected our lives, although nothing through any action on our parts. Their situation fell in our laps, it is recent, and so it is raw. The timing of this random phrase could not have come at a worse time. Had I heard this coming from her computer in a male's voice, I, too, would be pretty livid. But it is guilty until proven innocent, and I cannot find a reason that doesn't make me look like I'm covering my ass. I'm not, but face value has a limited worth. She will never trust me again, but I've never done anything that would make her question that. So my question is, has anybody heard of something like this? My choices are computer, phone, Alexa, neighbors. And I can't think or see anything else as I look around the room. Backslash 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 dot. I typed that last sentence about looking around the room. It struck me, and this will only resonate with a pretty small subset in this group. We are semi-gamers, yes, at this old, and we play Diablo. Sometimes we play Diablo as we eat dinner and to kind of finish off the night before bed. I set the game up before dinner. If you've played Diablo, then you know that when you're in town and hit an attack button on the controller, the game says in a female voice, "You can't do that right now." The controllers were sitting by the couch and we have a cat and dogs who occupy that couch as much as we do. Eureka, said I, not really, I'm older but not that old. That's it, I just said in my head, and I went down the hallway to inform my wife. She's not in bed, but sleeping in the guest room. Pissed off, but I still tried to explain the similarity. We can't be here right now, what she heard, and, you can't do that right now, from the game. Nope, she knows what she heard, and it came from my computer. I'm still a cheater and now I'm just trying to cover my ass. Quote, I'm sleeping alone tonight. She's pissed. That explanation is the only one I have, and it still might be divorce after all the trauma we've been through lately. It's pertinent, but I obviously get wordy so I won't get into it unless I need to, and I realize my writing might be odd, especially in the crisis this really is at this moment. It's just the way I write. If any of you have made it this far, please tell me if you have an explanation of why it would come from my computer. She's insistent that's where it came from, and so be it. So far I've got nothing. Your explanation is the most likely, but if she's willing to divorce over 6 words that she may have misheard, it doesn't really matter, does it? None of this really matters, as the lead isn't even here, is it? So she thinks you cheated, right in front of her, and then walked away and left your computer around her for what? If you were cheating, you would have taken the computer with you. I don't know a single cheater who cheats right in front of their spouse and then walks away and leaves the evidence right there, unguarded. Plus, you weren't speaking with anyone before this, so why did she just assume a voice came through your computer? It seems she does not trust you. This just exposed it. You sure your wife isn't projecting her own guilt onto you? I'd ask to see your devices and see how she reacts. I'm struggling to understand why that sentence would even mean you're cheating. Like, what would the context be that the other woman would be saying that, and only that, from your computer while you're out of the room? It still might be divorce after all the trauma we've been through lately. It's pertinent, but I obviously get wordy, so I won't get into it unless I need to. I think you definitely need to. It must have been an advertisement. Same thing just happened to my 80-year-old neighbor who lives alone. Suddenly there was a woman's voice coming from her computer. She couldn't find what tab caused it. Freaked her out. Sorry, your wife is irrational. Good luck, man. I, F18, think my boyfriend, M21, is fetishizing my race. I really need some outside perspective because I've been sitting with this for a while now, and the longer I ignore it, the worse it feels. Due to the nature of this, I don't feel comfort speaking to my family or friends, as I don't wish to skew their opinions on him. I, 18F, am Asian, and my boyfriend, 21M, is white. We've been dating for just over a year, and while our relationship started off feeling really sweet and exciting, I've slowly come to suspect that he might be fetishizing me for my race. At first, I didn't think too much of it. He would make comments like, "You're my cute little Asian girlfriend," or mention how he'd always wanted to date an Asian girl. I kind of brushed it off as a compliment and even found it flattering sometimes. I even leaned into it sometimes, as once or twice I dressed up a certain way for themed parties or joked along with him about anime tropes, and I worry I may have encouraged it a little. Over the past few months, the comments have gotten a lot more intense, and some have felt borderline fetishy or even racist. He'll say things like asking me to dress as his favorite anime characters as a joke, or tell me I'm better than white girls, because Asian girls are naturally more submissive. That one hit hard. Sometimes he tries to speak to me in Japanese or Korean. I'm not from either culture, and calls me pet names from anime or K-dramas, even after I've asked him not to. He also constantly brings up how I don't fit certain Asian stereotypes, like being surprised that I don't like K-pop or bubble tea. The worst part is that every time I bring it up, he'll apologize, say he didn't mean to make me feel that way, and things will get better for a little while. But eventually he just always slips back into the behavior. It's like he can't help himself, and I'm starting to wonder if he's more attracted to the idea of dating an Asian girl than to me as a full person. I feel kind of gross even typing this, and part of me feels guilty, like maybe I accidentally encouraged some of it early on by not speaking up sooner or playing along here and there. I realize I may be overreacting. I have a complicated relationship with my identity and heritage, and I'm aware I can be touchy about it. He really is perfect. Besides this, he's so kind and handsome and lovely, and I wonder if I'm just looking for something to be off? Would really appreciate any advice or thoughts on this. Edit. Thank you all for the feedback. I have a lot to think about, and honestly I just feel more conflicted. I don't think I've portrayed him in the best light, which isn't fair. This is his only red flag, and he is a wonderful boyfriend otherwise. I think once I have gathered my thoughts I will speak to him. I doubt it's easy for him, and I do feel the need to apologize for my part in encouraging this. Maybe there's a good middle ground we can find. I don't want to leave him. Edit. I think he's found this post. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm just here hoping all this is fake. If not, his fetish is blindingly obvious. Asian girls are naturally more submissive. Oh, throw the man out stat. Naturally more submissive, and you started dating him as a minor? Babe, your icky feeling is a correct one. Always listen to your intuition. He should nt make any comments at all regarding your race. The pet names really made me frown. I am sorry you've been so disrespected. Sad face. There are other loving handsome men out there who will not fetishize your race, let alone make it a topic. Hugs. Young Asian woman with an older white boyfriend. Knew it before even clicking on the post. After reading the post, yeah, he's definitely fetishizing. Someone who keeps bringing up race when talking about her to you should be a red flag in the future for sure. I think he's found this post. Baby, I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? Yua also feels disrespectful and racist that he's speaking to you in Japanese, Korean when you're neither. Girl, leave him. He really doesn't sound that great, and you are literally so young. This is not the time to be settling. 18M, my dad, 50M, just punched me in the face as I was defending my crying 13-year-old sister. Edit. Slapped not punched, didn't know there was two different words in English. Disappointed. My sister was telling my dad how she didn't like her classmates and didn't have any friends in it, first school day, and seemed very sad. She was overreacting and wallowing a bit in self-pity, but at her age things get disproportionate easily and she clearly needed a hug. Anyway, my dad started to get mad, telling her she should end be in this state for such a little matter and that she should stop complaining. That didn't hit quite the mark, she started to cry. He then yelled at her, telling her to stop crying and that what she was saying was dumb. She should condemn all her classmates because she didn't like some people in it. Which I believe is true but should have never been said like that. I was watching the scene from like 2 meters away and I decided to intervene because the situation was clearly out of hand and I had never seen my little sister cry like this. I asked him to let her go to her room and not to talk to her like that. He got mad at me and asked me to go to mine and let them finish the discussion. I said, no, I am major now, you don't see you're doing more harm than good here? Let her go. He didn't want to, so I said, stop. You're clearly overreacting. Talk with her in an hour, now let go. I saw anger boiling in him and he then said, you're gonna get one. He stood up and approached me, and then slammed me in the face. I was so shocked and angry that I had to control myself not to hit him back. I do not believe violence is ever the solution, and I told him, you'll explain yourself with the police, and I took my sister to my room. We did the biggest hug we ever did. She's fine now, but I am not. My dad had already threatened to slam me before, but he never did it. I am going to uni in 2 days, and I wonder if I should ever get back. I love my mom and my dad at times, but I am not sure I can forgive him for what he did, and especially being so heartless with his children. I don't know if he's got a mental problem. He's often very kind, but he also have said things to me that no child should ever hear from their parents. I am lost. I don't know if I should go to the police, even though they will probably do nothing, if I should ever come back, and then never see my sister before she's major. And I am concerned about my sister being the only children home. My parents are paying for uni, which is very expensive, and I am scared my dad will try to cut my rent and uni fee. He had already tried to cut my phone contract in the past. He was very angry too, and would have succeeded if my mom didn't stop him before he did it. Also, he was supposed to drive the car with all my things to my flat in 2 days and I don't want him to come now, but I don't have driver license skull. Anyway, I am lost. Any help is welcome. One and done. One act of physical violence needs to be the first and last. Do not go back home. Please file a police report. What if he gets that angry at your little sister? He could put her in the hospital. File the report. Take photos of your face. This absolutely needs to be on record. That's really tough heartbreak. You did the right thing protecting your sister. Please know what happened is abuse. No parent should ever punch their child. Since you're about to move to uni, reach out to your mom or another trusted adult to make a plan for your sister's safety. If your dad controls money, consider speaking to your university about financial aid or emergency support. You don't deserve to carry this alone, folded hands. Your dad is 50 now. Based on your post, it seems you're surprised he was physically violent. I wonder if this violent personality change could be brought on by some kind of mental disorder like Alzheimer's. Either way, it's never okay for him to hit you. I'm so sorry you're dealing with this. WTF. Just from the main title. I'm sorry you're in such a shitty situation. I guess only you can decide what price is worth the comforts your abusive father provides. Your uni may have hardship supports and scholarships and housing for people fleeing abuse, maybe check on that? Then you're free of that coercion to keep tolerating him. Do you have other adult family members locally? Girlfriend kissed another man? M22F22. My girlfriend and I have been together for almost 3 years. While staying out of town with her cousins for about 5 nights, she called me and told me that the night before she was playing Truth or Dare with her cousins and her cousins' friends. One of the guy friends dated another guy friend to kiss her and they kissed. I asked if it was a peck and she said he put his tongue in her mouth. I am having such a hard time wrapping my mind around how she could do this to me after I've worked so hard to fight insecurities around cheating due to an ex I had who cheated on me in the past. She was yawning the whole phone call because she said she'd had barely slept in 2 days and she sounded disheveled. She said she'd been crying to her cousins a lot yesterday and trying to figure out why she thought it was okay. I know her well, and I know she feels bad. I haven't seen her ever cry like this. I know someone who cheated can feel bad. But how do I know she won't do it again? It feels like I just met her because I had so much trust instilled in her while her and her cousins would go out to bars, clubs, etc. I don't think it would happen again, but I didn't think it would happen in the first place. I just feel so sad about it all. I feel like trust has been broken and I feel humiliated that it happened in front of 10 people including her cousins. I feel humiliated that she made that decision at all. Any advice on how to move forward if I do give her a second chance? It's so hard to just move on because I love her. How do I ensure she loves me? Babe, you don't get it. I was dared to tongue kiss this guy, I couldn't say no. Fuck all that. Yep, let her go bro. You're young, so is she. Edit. Also, at 22 she should know better. This is like 16-year-old level shit. Let her go dude. She does not want to be in a relationship. She cheated on you in front of a bunch of people dude. It's not just your partner, her cousins, and friends that dared her, or didn't speak up, also doesn't respect your relationship. If they convinced her once, they'll try to do it again. It's best to let her go, as hard as that is. That's the kind of people she keeps around her. She cheated. From experience, trust me, it's better to just leave. Wish I would have done so sooner. In front of everyone. That just proves how much she values you, especially if that group of people know you. Or at least someone from the group. Her cousin must know 100%. She disrespected you and just showed everyone how much you were important to her. You're not. Please, for your own sake, leave her and don't come back. I know it sounds stupid, but you will find a girl who will value you and won't disrespect you and devalue you in front of people like you're some dog on the street.